Welcome to The Inner Wonder. I'm Alex and I'm your host. Hi thinkers. Today we delve into the destinies of those who chase power, drawing inspiration from the poem Ozymandias and the character of Michael Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather, one of my favorite movies ever. So these two will act as the muses for today's episode. Our journey begins with Michael Corleone, brilliantly portrayed by Al Pacino. He's the epitome of a man consumed by power, a figure who sacrificed everything and everyone to ascend to the pinnacle of authority. Through his career as a power chaser, his first wife dies in a car explosion, essentially sacrificing her life for him. He loses his second wife, a person who truly loved him, after she did an abortion that Michael thought was a miscarriage. She quote-unquote said, "Michael, you're blind. It wasn't a miscarriage. It was an abortion. An abortion, Michael. Just like our marriage is an abortion. Something that's unholy and evil. I didn't want your son, Michael. I wouldn't bring another one of your sons into this world. It was an abortion, Michael. It was a son, Michael. A son. And I had it killed because this must all end." It kind of brings shivers to me, I'm not gonna lie. Michael was so consumed by chasing power, he had his brother killed. His daughter died from a bullet aimed at him. Kate, his second wife, just didn't want to create another chasing power monster. And as such, she did an abortion. Something Michael couldn't accept. All of this to show that Michael Corleone could say he did everything for his family. But it was actually all for power. And his biggest sacrifice was his family. The thing he said he worked for was exactly the thing he was sacrificing day in and day out, and I'm sure that rings bells to many. Here now the magic happens. In the end, in the film's closing scenes, Michael Corleone is left in isolation, drawing in sadness and regret. All the power has left him alone, and as we watch Michael in that solitary moment, we're left pondering. And I find this magical, because after 3 movies of Godfather and a total of 8 hours and 59 minutes of cinema, the director chooses as the ending scene an old man sitting in a backyard, all looking miserable and pitiful. I invite you all to watch this clip, and I will leave it in the footnotes. Now let's turn our attention to an ancient Egyptian pharaoh known as Ozymandias. Percy Bysshe Shelley, the poet of Ozymandias, paints a vivid picture of a once powerful ruler whose statue lies in ruins in the middle of nowhere. One traveler finds the statue after so many years, and in that ruins one can see written, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look at my works, ye mighty, and despair." The traveler and the readers are faced with the irony of a powerful king and the reality of ruins. This should make us all wonder and think about the inevitable limit of power, and that nothing lasts forever, not even greatness. What is also fascinating to think, though, is the need for Ozymandias for future generations to look and admire him, to self-identify as the King of Kings and to be addicted to this sense of greatness. Irrespective of what he has achieved, of how many people admired and looked up to him, he is never fulfilled. He wants more and more. We only need a view at the news to see that the craving for power is as prevalent today as it ever was. So here is the million-dollar question. Why, after countless generations and so much human evolution, do humans continue to chase power? The answer remains elusive, and it's a riddle that persists through the years. Perhaps it's embedded in our nature, an inherent drive that pushes us to reach for greater heights regardless of the cost. Or maybe, as these tales of Michael Corleone and Ozymandias suggest, the chase itself is the destiny, and fulfillment of power remains forever out of reach. As we conclude today's episode, I leave you with this lingering thought. Will there ever be a winner in the pursuit of power? Or is the real victory in understanding there is no race and nothing to chase? Thank you, thinkers. Join me next time as we explore more timeless themes through the eyes of art and culture. Hey thinkers, if you have a second, sign up to my newsletter. It really helps me grow and make sure you never miss an episode I upload. I promise I will not bombard you with emails. How to sign up in the footnotes. A couple of months ago, somewhere in the south of Brazil, I asked a friend about his favorite poem. We then spent a good amount of time talking about Ozymandias. And then came the inspiration for this episode. Thank you, Giacomo. Until our minds meet again, enjoy the inner wonder you're creating. Thanks, everybody. See you next episode.